Okay, so really quick, I wanted to go into the video vault and show you my Exorcist snapcase collection, the snapper cases. What are the snapper cases? In the mid 90s, I believe these are also called Warner Chapel cases. Warner Brothers were deep into the creation of the DVD format, and early on, all Warner Brothers DVDs came in these snap cases. This is the first Exorcist release. This is the first DVD that I ever bought. And I think there's this misconception that snapper cases um, don't hold up, aren't resilient. I think this format got a bad rap in some ways. In some ways, it got what it deserved, but got a bad rap because if you look at this, this is the first. I mean, this DVD is over 25 years old. It's going on almost 30 years old, really. I mean, it's circa 1997, 1998. And you look at it, and it's like those are the tabs. I don't know. They come with these tabs, these proofs of purchase. You can go and but look at this beautiful little thing. But as you can see, it holds up really well. You look at my thing, which has been in like a collector's home all these years, and they're not falling apart. I think people who go to like Goodwill and go to the thrift shops, they get a bad impression on the resiliency of these things due to it's just because it has a cardboard container, it's exposed cardboard, it can pick up dirt really well. Dirt and just if you go to like a Goodwill or Savers or these stores and you see these things, oftentimes they can just pick up just all kinds of dirt. Okay, this is the second Exorcist, which was the 25th anniversary. You see, it has nice foil, and it was like they released this on VHS and DVD and Laserdisc, but the Laserdisc did not have all the commentaries that were on this thing. It did not have everything that was on this thing. It had most of the extras, but yeah, look at that. And in this one, this is a big boy. This has all kinds of stuff in it. Look at it. Look at the gatefold. Now you can see that these the proof of purchase. Like, I kept those in there. I wasn't that crazy. This is a thing. Yeah, look at that. It's all you see it. Ooh, yeah. This is great. Um I think I kinda handled this one, and I got, like, a smudge on it one time, like, "Oh, no." This was in the '90s, and so from then on, I treated these things with kick gloves. This was, Exorcist. I love that kinda weird this is Exorcist, 2: The Heretic, and this has no special features, but oh, you see, mine's a little bit, let's see, that is one of the downsides of the snapper cases. If these get damaged, you can't just unlike a standard keep case, you can't just see here's cruising on the standard keep case. Not as special, but if this thing is damaged, you can just pop it into a new one. You can't really do that with this one. Yeah, see, it has some flaws. So I think the OCD people are just freak out. And The Exorcist 3, Legion, I think this is probably my favorite Exorcist. And you can see it, there's a little bit of wear here. It's a black cover, but I don't mind it. I don't mind the wear. This has a a good, really beautiful 5.1 track. And again, no special features. The only real special features were on that guy. But again, it just has, it's not much, just chapter stop scene indexes. 31 scene indexes, and you can see it's pretty simple, pretty simple. This one, again, this has always gotten kind of high praise, this first release, because it's a flipper release, and it has both, um, 4 by 3 and letterboxed 16 by 9, and it has this 5.1 track, which I think it shows you here, right? Yeah. It has a 5.1 track that is like the people say it's the 70 millimeter mix. It's a really different mix, but it's only on the 4x3 side because this is a flipper disc. Let me show you. See, it's got the, you see, it's, this is the standard, which is the 4x3 side. So I have it, cause I was demoing the standard with the 5.1. It's great. And not really, and again, it's kind of part of the loose trilogy there, but, you don't see this as a snapper case. I bought this at, Best Buy. Yeah, was it I think it was the Best Buy when it opened in Pensacola, Florida. Got this, the ninth configuration. There was a UK DVD of this, and this is just basically I think this might even be a PAL to NTSC transfer. That's how crazy it is, and it has the Peter Blatty, Mark Kermode commentary. Uh, it has a featurette. It has additional scenes. It has alternate ending. This has a lot of special features, but none of them are really produced by Warner Brothers. It's all Mark Kermode, UK, from the UK DVD. So yeah, that is my snapper collection. Now snappers. I do like them. I do think they're still resilient, but they do have this thing that really bugs me in that, well, first of all, they're resilient to a point. Yes, if you put them on a shelf, they still will have this kind of wear, this shelf wear. And because again, it's cardboard, you can't replace this. Also, if this plastic tray, if this is like warped, then the whole thing's warped and it just looks ugly and horrible. And but usually they don't warp. I mean, usually if you buy them and unwarped and you put them in like this. Also, they stack up nice when they're by themselves like that, but right next to a right next to a plastic Amaray keep case, they're just doesn't work very well. These little things, these latches, they end up like catching, and they're not the exact size. They're not the exact dimensions of, you see that? They're just a little bit longer than a keep case, than a plastic case. So they stick out on the shelves a little bit, and I'm not 100% OCD, but that bugs the hell out of me. They just, and like you get into a situation like this, and where because that big latch is stuck on the edge, and it's hard to come in. Unlike the key cases, which are very easy to slide in and out, and they work very well on a shelf. These things don't work very well on a shelf. And then if you have the situation where the spine, because it's just cardboard, if that starts to bend, that looks ugly. That looks so ugly. So these things were nice. They were beautiful when they sat on, at Sam Goody or Saturday Matinee when they were on a thing, and ooh, yeah, it's so nice. But then, when you get like all of these, when you get hundreds of them together, the net effect is it does kind of start looking cheap. And, at the end of the day, these cases are a little bit better. My organization here is weird. These are all like just Dollar Tree movies that I got. Devil's Revenge. I haven't watched this yet. It's like William Shatner, Jerry Ryan, VFW. I just got that again. That's the guy. He's the guy who made Almost Human. And I don't know what the hell this is. Sacrilege. I don't know. I don't know. It works well. It goes nice with the Exorcist ones. But let me show you something else. Let me show you two of the um, nicest snapper cases I ever got. Let me show you this. Let me lay this on you. These, oh my god, the original late 90s Image Entertainment snapper cases of John Carpenter's Prince of Darkness and They Live. Yeah, these were the first widescreen representations of this. I think this is the first widescreen transfer of the movie. It was definitely the first widescreen in North America, but also it was the first full wide because there was a Japanese Laserdisc, remember, that was like 2 to 1. It was not the full 235 to 1. So these are beautiful widescreen edition. Again, it's got a few scars. Some of these keep cases had nice glossy uh, um, glossy cardboard, so they held up a little bit more than these, like Amazon Women on the Moon. Yeah, presented in the 235 aspect ratio of the original 35 millimeter theatrical prints, formatted from 16 by 9. And the same thing for Prince of Darkness. Prince of Darkness, I don't even think this had a widescreen Japanese laserdisc, but the transfer for Prince of Darkness is a little bit suspect. There is actually some pixelation in the darker scenes of this thing. It's not it's not that great. But I enjoy the keep. I can't get rid of these. I can't get because I also bought the what is it? Momentum Pictures, the the foreign releases. Now these have the John Carpenter commentaries. Those other ones at Image don't have any special features, but these ones have. You see, they had that weird thing. But I'm not a fan of these covers. I'm gonna get rid of these. But yeah, these are not as special as the as these, which are something else. Anyway, that is it. Keep cases were fun, but the original cases are the original plastic cases, the Amaray cases, much more durable, much more easy to replace because if something happens to this cardboard, it's a goner.